Hey, hi, hello! Welcome back, everyone! I recently had the opportunity to take a short break from this Hell Month. I spent most of this time staring at the ceiling and mindlessly scrolling through Twitter until I realized I needed to get a video out. Whoops! So here we go! With the latest anime season well underway, I decided I wanted to take a look at a new show called Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out. Admittedly, there's an abundance of great anime airing this summer, yet this one in particular caught my eye. I'm about 3 episodes in, so let me tell you I'm going to keep watching the show. Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out is produced by Studio ENGI and is based on a manga of the same name, which debuted around 2017. Before you comment, I haven't read it. Sorry! The anime has a straightforward premise. You follow the life of Shinichi Sakadai, a loner with a mean look that's halfway through a university degree. Ever alongside Shinichi is an old acquaintance from high school that goes by the name of Hana Uzaki. These two are antagonistically chummy with each other anytime they're in the same room. A good portion of their screen time is spent arguing about nothing, teasing one another, and accidentally touching each other inappropriately. It's almost as if they're a couple in all but name. We were told early on that these two know each other from their high school swim club. I hope the show decides to dig into the past at some point to shed more light on why our non-couple's not yet a couple. The story of Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out begins with Hana's first day at university. She was 1 year behind Shinichi in high school, and she makes an effort to wait around before classes in order to run into him. We get a time skip of about a year after this. During the skip, Hana found herself worrying that Shinichi was becoming a recluse. Shinichi didn't look like he was making an effort to change this, so Hana made it her mission to help him, and hilarity ensues? We'll get into that. The main cast of this anime is so cute! Ah! Hana's bustling with energy and relentless in her attempts to get Shinichi to hang out. She's also what I would describe as fun-sized, and yet, hubba. Shinichi is quite the opposite of bubbly. He's reserved, down-to-earth, and enjoys the quiet life. He also managed to keep a six-pack after not swimming competitively for at least 3 years, which is impressive. One thing these two have in common is the enjoyment they get out of teasing each other. They both get a look in their eye when they see an opportunity to have some fun. When they seize that opportunity, the payoff is usually worth it. I find that I'm a fan of the art style being used. It's very eye-catching and yet familiar. The art makes it very comfy to watch, like many slice-of-life shows. This is made doubly so when the anime takes time to let a new setting breathe before taking away your attention. I think that's important for a show to do because it makes the world they're trying to present lived in as opposed to temporary. I must say that a lot of the situations that are presented are very relatable. They pretty much captured the essence of a typical college life. In fact, a lot of the show reminds me of my college days. Did I just out myself as a boomer? Don't remember that! You should know going into the show that the liberal use of ecchi situations appears to play a big part. For the blessedly uninitiated, these are the instances when an anime takes a detour to show off some TNA or awkward touching. When it's done well, an ecchi scene's best enjoyed sipped, while sitting by a warm fire. But, if it's done poorly, you may need to shower to wash away the shame. When it comes to Uzaki-chan, the ecchi parts are done well. In fact, the anime is not shy about reminding you of Hana's bouncy personality. There's one scene that features Hana, a massage chair, and notes from the editor reminding you that she's just getting a shoulder massage. Exquisite. This is also supposed to be a comedic scene, being that our main man, Shinichi, was half dead from embarrassment. I may have been a bit too preoccupied to laugh. This isn't to imply that the show is completely devoid of laughs. It's hit or miss when it comes to comedy. One scene has Hana eat an unusual amount of food to the point where Shinichi gets worked up, and it was hilarious. There are a few other moments that fall flat. Being that the show has yet to hit its stride, I'm cautiously optimistic that it'll get better in time. I need to be honest for a second. Hana's a big reason why I chose to continue with this series. Her personality reminds me of people I used to know. How do I even boil that down? Tremendously kind. Playful bully? Honest affection? I guess that's another reason why I'm hooked on the show, huh? On another note, I'm interested in learning more about Shinichi. Your typical romantic comedy will feature a male lead with the depth of a shallow puddle. Shinichi appears to have a bit more underneath the surface, but is not willing to give away too much yet. It does annoy me that he's becoming the clueless hot guy in the anime. But if the payoff's worth the cliche, I'll give the show a pass. One last point I'll mention concerns about how short Hana is. I saw online that anime fans were a bit divided on the design choice. I don't think Hana's an unrealistic depiction of a college girl in anime. And as a short anime girl, I think we deserve to star in our own love stories too. I will say, the massive height difference between the two main characters is a bit of distraction. It's been used for comedic effects several times, and yet, The makers have made an attempt to frame our lovebirds in a way that wouldn't distract from the plot too often. Hopefully this self-awareness won't let the shtick get old. Who knows? I'm genuinely curious to see where the show goes from here. Will Hannah's efforts end up working? Does it all just blow up in her face? That may have been a poor choice of words. Have you guys watched the show? Are you planning to check it out? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you so much for watching my videos. You know, I'm probably gonna need to update my waifu tier list after I get through this anime. Link to that video is somewhere in the corner. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see in the future, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Until then, ciao! I thought I'd fill this shirt out a bit more than I do. What do you think, Senpai? Senpai! If Senpai doesn't notice you, make him.